So we come up to the hinged chain link fence with a hinge gate on it. Pretty common setup on front yards or backyards. We got padlocks on this one to add a little bit extra security. Chain links can obviously be addressed by an abrasive saw, by bolt cutters, or we can twist and break these padlocks off. Some of the downfalls of attacking padlocks on this is we have a lot of material that's going to absorb our leverage and our twisting. We're going to crush the tube and the frame of the post, and we have to take that extra slack out of the chain. So it's still an option. It's not always our quickest way in on this. We'll show that in just a second. The way I prefer for our outside vent firefighter, our ladders firefighter, they're typically carrying a hook and a Halligan as a frontline tool complement. And it's a great combination when you come up to these hinge type chain link fence gates. So what we'll do is we'll take the normal chisel end of our 6-foot New York hook, we put it right on in there, and we bite on the hinge that's just bolted onto the post. And so we can move these pretty easily and essentially just take one of the hinges out of the picture. So we get it in there, we got a decent bite, we take our Halligan bar, and now we're just going to strike and knock that hinge straight down. Okay, we take the one hinge out of play, get our tool back out. If we have room, we can pull that right off the bottom pin of this top hinge and then just open up our gate and defeat the problem, bypassing whatever primary lock they have on that side. Okay, cut that. Okay, so the hinge side is our preferred method on a lot of these gates because they're just one single bolt holding the hinge on. We can still attack this side, and like we said, we can use we can use bolt cutters, we can use an abrasive disc, or if we go after with a set of irons, twist all the slack out of it that you can get. And then what we gotta expect is that as we twist here, you're gonna start crushing and absorbing the frame of this gate and the post of the fence. So we'll give it some of that lateral twisting and see if we can break that off. So you can see the energy that we spend trying to force that and some of the common failure points here because of how much of our leverage gets absorbed into those frames, into those tubes. It makes it a little more energy spent, and it takes a little bit more time to come on this side instead of just knocking that hinge side down. Okay, then the last option, this is probably most commonly encountered by the outside vent, the ladders firefighter, whoever that may be that makes it to the back side. But the irons firefighter typically doesn't carry a hook on our seat assignments, and so one of the things that you can do with just a set of irons for that firefighter is just basically take your Halligan, put it in the same spot with just enough of the fork to get in there that it fits. You can kind of push this end of it into the ground. If it's soft, it'll just give it a little bit better bite and get it set in there. And then we're doing the same thing essentially that we did with the other tool, just striking up near the hinge, knocking that out of play, grabbing the gate, picking it out, and removing it completely.